All right, y'all. So look, man, I did a video about this the other day, right? I don't know if I took the video down because I'm re-uploading it right now for those who didn't get a chance to see it from my page. But basically, they're saying that the nurse that did this was fired. Now, it's not like the other situation. Everybody was saying that she was fired and she's not fired. I think I'm gonna drop a video about that today too as well. But more reliable sources than usual are stating that she was fired, which she should be with her funky ass. But look, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all watch the videos for those who missed it. And if you seen it the other day and you running across it again, make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment or something like that if you want to. If you don't want to, I ain't tripping. But to those who rock with me, man, leave a comment or hit the like button or something like that. But yes, it is basically confirmed that she is fired, and I'll post some of the sources at the end of the video as well, that way y'all can kind of see what's going on and things like that. But yeah, I'll holler at y'all in the comments. Right.
This is the beginning of our journey, and I'm glad you guys are here with us. Thank you for what you've been doing, because what you've been doing has been working.
And even though it's been taxing on our day-to-day lives, we're not going to stop until every hospital changes and our voices are heard.
It's been an emotional roller coaster for us. Please keep us in your prayers as we continue to pray for you. We just not doing this for our family. We do this for yours too.
Prompting major changes tonight at Franciscan Health Crown Point Hospital. A doctor and nurse who discharged a mother while she was in active labor are no longer employed at the hospital. The Wells family says the nurse was only in the unit a few months and they never saw the doctor.
I'm glad they made those moves to, move forward in, disciplining, the women that was involved. However, we're not done. I mean, this is an issue that's worldwide. So it's a lot to be done.
It's sad that we had to go through this. A lot could have happened. Like I said, I have prior training. I don't know what I was doing. By God's grace, he gave me the ability to deliver my baby safely and get there safely and not freak out.
Mercedes and Leon Wells were on a work trip because he didn't want to leave his pregnant wife behind. Now, on the way back, the mom-to-be started having contractions and called up the hospital to let them know she was on the way. The viral video shows Mercedes Wells breathless and in active labor. She says her water actually broke. The contractions were a minute apart. Despite her obvious pain, she was still discharged from the hospital and never saw a doctor. Just 8 minutes after leaving that hospital, Leon Wells delivered the couple's baby on the side of the highway in the family's pickup truck. The baby is doing okay tonight, but the couple says their birth experience was shattered by what they are calling negligence. Their attorney says a public apology is now owed to the family.
They should make a public apology, unequivocal in nature, saying we apologize that this happened. We know it was wrong. 2, they should have the administrators of the hospital, the people who make policy and then actually put policy into place, meet with the family. And then 3, we should talk about what sorts of remedies need to be put in place for this family.
I haven't had a conversation with anyone from the hospital.
The CEO and President Raymond Grady acknowledged that staff did not listen to Mrs. Wells. The statement goes on to say this: we must fix what failed in our hospital so that no one experiences what happened to Mercedes Wells. After careful review of the care provided to Mrs. Wells, I have taken the following actions. First, the physician and the nurse directly involved with Mrs. Wells' care are no longer employed by Franciscan. Secondly, I have mandated cultural competency training for all labor and delivery staff. And lastly, all pregnant patients leaving the labor and delivery unit will be examined by a physician before they leave the hospital. Now, that statement goes on to say that they've actually reached out to the Wells family to apologize, and they hope to meet the family in person soon. But the Wells family says no one has reached out to them so far.
My daughter is being kicked out of this hospital and she's in active labor. I'm just...
Okay.
Alright, what's up with it, y'all? So look, I'm back again with another video. Right now, this situation right here is similar to the other situation that just took place in Dallas, where the young lady, was ignored when she was in active labor. Now, this situation right here is about a young lady by the name of Mercedes Wells, who's married to a man by the name of Leon Wells, right? Now, I'm glad I waited, because I always do that anyways, but I'm just glad that I do move patiently. That way I can present these stories to y'all, with as much details and information as I can. That way, once you leave this channel, you'll have pretty much everything that you need to know about a situation without having to scavenge around or piece together information that you're getting all over the internet. But basically, in this video right here, the mother is speaking, the father is speaking, their attorney is speaking, and everything. But I'm going to give y'all a brief synopsis. That way you can go into this video knowing exactly what the hell is going on. So basically, the young lady by the name of Mercedes Wells was, 2 weeks early for giving birth, right? She was up in Indiana visiting 2 weeks early, but they said that she's an experienced mother, meaning that she already has children. This will be her 4th child, right? So basically, I'm only saying that to say she knew when she was about to have this baby. She knew what was going on and everything, right? So they already knew that if she was going to have the baby, they were going to go to the nearest hospital. So while they're sitting around enjoying life, she goes into labor, basically. She's ready to have the child. She goes to this hospital, Franciscan, I think that's what it's called, in Indiana. I'm going to give y'all the information, and it will be all in this video as well, too. But basically, they go to this hospital. They're there for 6 hours, and the contractions are 1 minute apart. They still kicked her out of the hospital during her active labor, right? She knew what was going on with her body. She knew that she was going to have this baby. They didn't hear her out. And they ultimately ended up still kicking her out of the hospital, right? So what's so crazy about the whole situation, I don't know if I put it in the title or not, but when she left, she ended up having the baby on side of the road, on the highway, 8 minutes after leaving there. Meaning so many different things could have went wrong. And it's just so, much of a blessing that this baby was born with no complications. Everything is okay with the child. But it's just a simple fact of the negligence that took place is what I'm upset about, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are as well. Now, they are about to go ahead and go forward with the legal process, which I wish that they should. So I wish that they do, and I hope that they keep it going. I feel like that, things like this are becoming so common, and it shouldn't be. And I feel like people need to be prosecuted to the maximum extent if there's a way to do so. I think a lot of people take a lot of different things out of context, but different hospitals do have different rules that they go by and different things that they can do, at different times. But this is not one of those things, in my personal opinion. And I feel like something needs to happen. But I'm going to go ahead and play these videos that I did get. The husband is speaking out. He wants people to call the number. He wants people to reach out and get on, them about this. And reach out to different places, too, as well, to try to help them out to get this thing rectified as fast as possible. Now, it's called Franciscan Health Crown Point in Indiana. I think that's how it's pronounced. If not, if I butchered it, it will be in this video. But they did deliver the baby. The baby is beautiful. I'm pretty sure I've showed y'all. The baby has already been all over the internet multiple times, and they're happy about their bundle of joy. And yeah, so yeah, I'm just letting y'all know why I posted the baby. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the videos.
My daughter's being kicked out of this hospital and she's in active labor.
And that's her mama. That's crazy.
It's right in the bed, so you can do that. But let's see what kind of video.
daughter's in active labor, and this is a Franciscan Crown Point being put out in active labor. So we gotta transfer her to a different hospital.
Man, it's
Where
crazy,
she's in
man.
labor and pain. And just.
Man, it's so infuriating, man. This some crazy shit, man.
National attention tonight, and thank you for joining us. I'm Scott Schneider.
I'm Dawn Hasbrook. A pregnant mom sent home from the hospital only to deliver her baby a few minutes later in her car.
The viral video has people from coast to coast demanding answers. Our Tia Ewing has more.
Hell yeah.
Leon and Mercedes Wells says they called the hospital to let them know that they were coming because she was already in active labor. And when they got there, the expectant mother says she was ignored and allegedly booted out of Franciscan Crown Point Hospital. And she has the video to prove it.
My daughter's in active labor, and this is a Franciscan Crown Point being put out in active labor.
This is the video captured as Mercedes Wells was wheeled out of Franciscan Crown Point Hospital in tears and pacing her breathing.
So we gotta transfer her to a different hospital where she's in labor and pain.
The mother of now 2 says she was in full-blown labor.
So we pull off, we get to the end of the parking lot. As soon as we get on the expressway, which was literally right there at the hospital, so it's the hospital, then the expressway. We get on the expressway, 2 minutes in, I'm like, I have to push. The head came out, he's on the phone with 911. My baby's head is out, what do I do? He pulls over to catch the baby, because the second time I pushed, she came out. So that was it. 2 pushes, she was out.
Wells gave birth in the family's pickup truck on the side of the highway. Her husband was forced to deliver their baby himself.
I gotta say this real quick too. I said that she was an experienced mother, and she was a mother of 4. ABC7 Chicago stated this. This is the article right here. If y'all want to go look that up, something might be wrong right here. I'll look into that a little bit later. I just gotta make sure I'm saying things accurately, and if something is wrong, I gotta correct it right there. But let's get back into it.
Out medical assistance in the video. You see little Alina on her mother's chest, weighing 6 pounds. Her umbilical cord still attached. And if you look closely, you can see the pickup truck is moving. And 8 minutes from being discharged, their baby girl was in the world.
That's crazy.
It was discharged, and I'm like, so when do you think she's gonna have baby? Today, tomorrow? She said, I don't know, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. We don't know. Maybe next week. She was real nonchalant about it. I'm like, so you don't she's in labor.
Big
The
back
Wells family
fucker.
told me they only saw a nurse.
Our nurse was 25. She had been a nurse for 2 years, she told us. And she had only been in labor and delivery for months.
The family gave birth
slow
to their
ass.
2.5-year-old daughter at Franciscan Health Crown Point in the past, before the hospital moved to its new location in 2024. This time, Wells says she pleaded with staff not to be discharged, but a nurse told her she had only dilated to 3 centimeters, even after 6 hours of labor.
Well, you requested, where's the doctor? I don't agree with you. What happened?
She said doctor already gave orders. She wouldn't She didn't want to talk about this anymore.
I showed Dr. Jamir Abdur Rahman, a certified OBGYN for 25 years, the video to see if he spotted any red flags.
It's not that these people don't provide good care, but I think it's the same level of care you would see if a physician evaluated the patients. And so I think you start to see more and more of these things happening as you're not having doctors assess patients. But also I think a lot of these hospital systems, if they're being honest with you, they'll tell you that there's a lot of pressure on providers to keep things moving.
This is where the family is now, at Community Hospital in Munster, recovering.
She's doing great. This is her. She's napping.
As for the mom of two, she says the entire birthing experience was traumatic, something she's still struggling to process and can't talk about without breaking down.
The emotions kind of waves. It's like I'm okay in one moment, and the next moment I'm like bursting out in tears.
Well, I hope they sue their ass, sue their draws off, cuz.
I'm sorry.
Franciscan did release a statement saying this: the health and safety of our patients is always our top priority.
I can't tell.
An internal investigation into the alleged incident. Due to patient privacy laws and our own policies pertaining to internal investigations, we are unable to comment further at this time. As for little Alina, she is doing fine. She came into the world at 6:28 Sunday morning. The family says Community Hospital is finally giving them the level of care they deserved from the start. They have now hired attorney Cannon Lambert, saying they don't want what happened to them to happen to someone else.
Now, you always got to do these funky ass investigations and shit like that when you already see what's going on. Now, it was something that was said by a lot of different people, believing everything that they hear and see on the internet, which is crazy to me. They're believing that the young lady in Dallas was fired. She's not fired as of now while I'm recording this video. She's just like on a leave. They're investigating and all the other type of shit. That's what really just be going on every single time. So don't never get it misconstrued or confused thinking that you know what's going on based off of a simple post without hearing bona fide facts from a place that is employing these fuckers. But I simply want to say right here, this situation, just like any other situation, it should be cut and dry. They denied her when she needed them. She was in active labor. It should be against the law. In some places it is. And I feel like that, you know, with them kicking her out, it should have been an instant termination, and they need to be working on some compensation immediately. There's no way in the hell that somebody should be out, living their life, going to work, doing the same shit that they were just doing when they possibly could have made someone lose their life, and they had them in so much pain right before then. I think about shit like that. How much pain that you have somebody in. Imagine how they felt. So to be still out here living your life, being free, it's just unacceptable in my personal opinion. But it is what it is. I digress. Hopefully they get the justice that they deserve and the compensation as well. Let's get back into it.
Tia Ewing in the studio.
Fox 32
Chicago. Fox 32 Chicago.
And just moments ago, we received an updated statement from the hospital's president and CEO Raymond Grady saying in part quote, "We are aware of the video and the concerns expressed on social media regarding the discharge of a pregnant patient from Franciscan Health Crown Point. We are grateful to learn from online and media reports that both mother and child are reportedly doing well. The video and the comments it has generated are deeply troubling, and we understand the concern this has raised. The video is just one part of the information we are reviewing as part of a thorough investigation into this alleged incident." And then he added, "The reality is disparities in healthcare outcomes exist, and Franciscan Health Crown Point strives to be part of the solution, not the problem."
Thank you, family, friends. I want to thank all y'all for y'all support for what we're going through right now. But definitely gonna need y'all help. It's a lot of silent cries about what's going on. But I need y'all voice to be heard. I'm gonna leave the number to Franciscan, and so y'all can kind of, you know, everybody angry, everybody sad, everybody mad, but I need y'all to voice y'all opinions to Franciscan so this can stop. This is totally unacceptable what we go through, and something needs to change, and we can't change it without y'all help. So please, I'm gonna drop the number below. Give them a call. Let them know how y'all feel. We really appreciate y'all's support. I really love y'all. I really thank y'all for real. But this is just not our family. This is a lot of families that got a lot of silent cries. And justice definitely needs to be served for everybody that's going through, and this needs to be prevented so nobody else can go through what we've been through. Thanks again, y'all. Stay tuned so y'all can see what's going on. Talk to you soon. All our family and friends and our supporters, we really appreciate y'all. We need y'all to continue to write shares, write posts, reshare, comment, write reviews, whatever you can, so this won't be swept under the rug. Thank you so much for everything you guys are doing. Continue to keep doing it. We called for a meeting for Franciscan and still no response. Stay tuned, y'all, so y'all can know what's going on. May God bless you and yours.
The Wells family says the experience was traumatic, discriminatory, and dangerous. And tonight they are calling for Franciscan Health Crown Point to make some serious changes. Mercedes and Leon Wells said they did everything right, calling ahead, arriving at Franciscan Health Crown Point. But after 6 hours of labor, the mom-to-be says she was given the boot. Mercedes says contractions grew just 1 minute apart, but instead of treatment, they say they discharged her while she was in active labor.
I just don't understand how, as a licensed healthcare worker, you could turn someone to the door to leave that's in excruciating pain. It's essentially like I was stripped of my dignity. I was stripped of my dignity as a person because I was treated less than an animal.
8 minutes after leaving the hospital.
Shit's sad, boy.
The couple says their worst fear became reality. On the highway, Mercedes felt the baby coming. Their daughter, Alina, was born on the side of the road, delivered by her father.
Mentally messed up because as a husband, as a father, protector, I felt like I couldn't do nothing. The nurse that wheeled us down, we had 2 nurses and a security guard because they just knew we was going to just act up.
Franciscan Health Crown Point declined to speak on camera, but in a statement said patient health is its top priority and that it has launched an internal investigation. The Wells family believes race played a role in how they were treated, and they've hired attorney Cannon Lambert, who is demanding action.
Accountability does look like a meeting with the family. We're calling for a meeting with the administrators at Franciscan. Accountability looks like making certain that the woman that made the decision to kick her out of this hospital doesn't work there anymore. She shouldn't work there anymore.
Emergency medicine experts say federal law EMTALA requires hospitals to screen and stabilize patients in labor before discharging them.
Or the Emergency Medicine Treatment Labor Act. And this is a federal law in 1986, which all hospitals must comply, and that's 2 aspects of the EMTALA. That's we provide a screening and stabilization. And so that goes into question when you look at this video as it applies to stabilization. But again, this is not common practice.
More women are turning to doulas. Do you think that more Black women are leaning towards doulas because they've heard of these traumatic experiences within a hospital setting?
Absolutely.
As concerns about safety and mistreatment during childbirth grow, a study in the Journal of Perinatal Education found 73% of pregnant women would hire a doula if insurance helped cover the cost, and half would if it counted toward their deductible. Licensed doula Marnisha Heiner says the rising demand reflects a need for someone focused solely on a mother's well-being as stories of denied care and disparities continue to surface.
People are scared. More so women or people feel like hospitals are not a safe space for them. So I feel like when you're hiring a doula, you trust that person to carry what you cannot carry in a very traumatic, fast-pacing experience. So the doula is there to provide educational support, physical support, and evidence-based information.
Despite making her grand debut on the side of the road mid-drive, baby Alina is doing just fine. Tia Ewing, Fox Chicago.
Man, so as of now, they're getting some motion going on, and I'm just so happy for that. It's sad and unfortunate, man. You have so many different things planned out how you want it to go, and it doesn't go right because of someone else's hating ass motives that they got going on, their negligence, their lackluster spirits and energies. You know what I'm saying? Just demonic in my personal opinion. And everything I'm saying in this video from beginning to the end is all my personal thoughts and opinions, and nothing that I'm saying is said to be facts. I'm just saying what I feel. But look, personally, I feel like that a lot of people that do things like this are jealous, they're envious, they're haters, they're evil. They really don't give a damn about nobody else but themselves. And you know, a lot of things do be race driven. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I really don't be saying that shit over here on my channel. And if you know that, I really don't even talk about that shit too much. But I will talk about it when it's the time to. You feel me? But ultimately, you know, I just want to say I'm glad that the baby was, you know, delivered safely. I'm glad that, you know, she got a chance to smile instantly afterwards, just seeing her bundle of joy. You know, it's sad and unfortunate, like I said, but hopefully they get compensated correctly. Hopefully that they can get the justice that they deserve. And yeah, man, I hope that, you know, that girl can get fired, get a license taken, something, because shit like this is just not something to brush under the rug. It needs to be handled accordingly, and I'm always going to stand on that. I done said enough about everything else. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and we're going to talk about this in the comment section. I'll holler at y'all later on another video as well. All right.